Hey guys. So we are back with another day of Glowing Back to School. This whole series is focused on kids really thriving back to school and using tools such as essential oils to help them do that. So this is a 5-day series, and right now I'm recording day 2 of it, which will focus on focus and brains and supporting our little kiddos' brains. So I'm also going to include a DIY roller blend to keep the brain sharp. And the good thing about this is it's not just for kids. I actually created it for myself, and it is great for adults as well. Hello, hello. So pumped to be talking on this topic because supporting the brain and having our kids focus is huge. So it's amazing that we can use natural tools like oils to really support it, and I can't wait to dive in. So this video won't be that long. I just have 3 things I want to share with you today, and I have this recording on Instagram, but I have a link for the hub for all the information I'm going to talk about over these next 5 days is going to be at the link bit.ly// glowing back. So remember, the theme is glowing back to school and thriving with essential oils. So I'll get into what I want to talk about, and I can't wait to share this blend with you because I love it so much. So the first, well, 2 blends. The first one is a pre-made one by doTERRA, and it's called In Tune. So all my doTERRA peeps probably already know that this is a huge one when we think of focus and just really, dialing in for the brain. This blend is amazing. It has the oils in it. Amyris, it has patchouli, frankincense, lime, ylang ylang, Hawaiian sandalwood, and Roman chamomile. So if I'm being honest with this blend, it's a hit or miss for me sometimes. So sometimes I love it and sometimes I don't love it, but right now I totally dig it. So what I've been doing with this, and again, this is the focus blend, so it's really going to do that. It's going to promote, better mental clarity and just really helping your kids just get into that zoned in state for school. It really supports over and active brains too. So if you think, oh, it's only going to work on this side for my child, no, it will help support both. So if you have a child who has an overactive or an underactive brain, it's really going to help there. It's going to bring them more mental clarity, focus and concentration, and it's also going to promote calming and grounding just from some of the oils in it. So I love that they put this together for that. So what I like to do, I'm actually sitting right by the door that we leave to exit our house in the morning, and that's where this one stays. So what I like to do, it does have a really strong smell, so if smells you think are an issue with your school or with the teachers or the other students, then what I would recommend is definitely either putting this on the bottoms of the feet, so you're putting socks on and shoes and your kiddos going out to school, or what I like to do is I like to put it just a little roll right at the top of my daughter's skull, just so it's like a little bit there, it's getting to her brain. I like putting it as close to the brain as possible, and then it's not like a huge amount, so it's not like I'm rolling it all down the back of her neck or across her chest or her wrist. It's just a little dot I'm doing, just kind of like right where the hairline ends. So that's how I use that one. And I've used this before for my daughter's dance class, before she's gone to a dance class in the evenings, but I love putting it on before school as well. So this is a great blend to consider. It's called In Tune. And then I'm going to talk to you about my blend that I have. It's called the Staying Sharp blend. So I just have it in a roller like this. And I'm going to tell you why I've put these oils into it and why they are a good combo to come together to really help with staying sharp. So it has 3 drops each of vetiver, frankincense, cedarwood, sandalwood, and patchouli, okay? So vetiver, it promotes focus, concentration, mental performance. And vetiver is so calming too. It's such a beautiful oil. So we'll get into the sleep aspect later on in the week. But it's really just going to promote, that focus and concentration, and it smells beautiful. Cedarwood, I brought a few down. So here's what cedarwood looks like. So cedarwood is in this blend because it calms the mind and it supports improved mental performance. So those are 2 really good things to have. Then next we have patchouli. So there's what patchouli looks like. Patchouli is like the hippie oil, and I love it. Not everyone loves the smell of it, but patchouli definitely speaks to me. It's great for soothing nerves too. So when we think about all the nerve endings we have firing off in our brain, you can see why it's really beneficial for the brain. Then we have frankincense. So remember we talked about this one yesterday. This is the king of the oils. So it's, again, if you remember from yesterday, for supporting the immune system. Why that's helpful for both the brain and the immune system is that it has great cellular health. So it brings about better cellular health and is really regenerative. So think about how that's a perk to when we think of our brain activity. And it supports your mood and like I said, your brain activity. And it also helps you feel grounded and safe and secure as a child. So that's a really good thing to note about this oil and using it with your kiddos. And then last but not least in the blend is sandalwood, and it is calming and relaxing. So these are all good things if you have a child that does suffer from the overactive brain aspect. So having these blend of oils together will just help with that aspect, along with just promoting really good, brain functioning and support. So what you do is you put 3 drops each of those 5 oils into an empty 10 milliliter roller bottle. You top with fractionated coconut oil, and then if you feel on the back of your neck, so if you work up your spine, there should be a little fleshy triangle there, and that's called the suboccipital triangle, and that's where you want to roll this on. So I like to keep this in my office actually, because whenever I'm working and I just happen to glance over at my roller bottles, I'll put this one on. And I find that when I'm using this one consistently, I do feel like I remember more. Okay, so I have major pregnancy brain right now too, but even before that, I always use this as an example. When you're like, oh, I have to just run upstairs to grab my phone charger, and then you get upstairs and you're like, what did I come up here for? That's when I notice that this actually works, because it'll click in and I'll be like, oh yeah, I came up here for the phone charger. So that's just my way of showing that this blend actually does help me, and I hope that it'll help you and your kids. So again, this is going to help with the brain functioning support, and again, just that fleshy part at the top of your spine to apply it there. So you could literally roll this on and have Intune on at the same time. Maybe even put this one on first and then you put this one over top to just kind of mask Intune a little bit more. So those are the 2 roller blends I would use for brain support. And then the last thing I want to include, just as a non-oil related thing, is omegas, because omegas are amazing for a healthy brain functioning. So we are a completely vegan family here. So doTERRA does make a fish-based omega liquid, and of course we don't take that, but that is a doTERRA product, since I am, a wellness advocate for doTERRA, and I love their products and I speak for their oils so highly. But unfortunately, we do not use that product because, again, it's fish-based. But what we do instead, I want to just quickly chat about, because if you do take fish products, then totally check out the omega that doTERRA has. But we supplement with chia seeds, and I have a vegan omega oil. We use hemp hearts, and we use flax seeds. So I love adding those into recipes, or putting an omega oil in a smoothie when I make one for my daughter. Just make sure that she's getting the omegas to support her brain as well. And I also wanted to just note this DHA and EPA. So those are just different omegas to support your brain activity in your growing body. So we use this one by Dr. Furman, and it tastes really, really yummy. So this is what I like to give my daughter. So this bottle is almost empty, but you take, and it tastes so delicious. So you just do 0.75 of a milliliter and you just squeeze it into the mouth, and it tastes delicious. So we don't need to add it to smoothies or anything. It's 100% vegan, and it has a nice soft citrus flavor. So that's what I do to further help support our brain, her brain especially, and obviously mine. I'm in my 3rd trimester, so I'm really trying to up my omegas to support this new baby's healthy brain functioning as well. So let me know if you have any questions about this. And again, the link bit.ly/glowingback is going to be more details about the oils, that oil blend, maybe post a diffuser blend recipe as well, just to really cover all areas of supporting the brain and healthy functioning of that for our kiddos as they head back to school and really thrive, and just having this glowing health to support them. So let me know if this was helpful, and If not, or if so, we will see you back here again tomorrow for day 3 of going back to school with another topic. I'm going to leave it a surprise, but I can't wait to see you then, and have a great rest of the day.